Good afternoon. Guess he's been cutting grass. This is the last bit I'll be cutting. I'm doing the hedge over there, but otherwise this is it. This is the last bit, I think. You might know, let me walk over there. The field, you should know by now, which is 2 hectares. I think it's 5 acres. Or is it? Anyway, 2 hectares of field, and because of like fire risks and stuff, we have to cut it. What we think we can get away with, not get away with, but what we think is sufficient is that we cut a fire break all the way along the hedge here. There is a fire break like between us and the neighbour over there. He did that, but there's nothing between the field and us other than, well, the trees. And probably, I suppose, I don't know about at the bottom, there's nothing growing on the other side of there. I just noticed that the wife gave the horses some food. Doesn't like cucumber, but it's taken the, what else was it? Carrots. I think it's carrot. Well, I think it was carrots. At least one anyway. I must tell her it doesn't like cucumber. So I'm finishing this off. That's 2 visits so far. It's so nice to be cutting normal grass and not that horrible stuff I've been cutting up until now, which was such hard work. This one, that's like, I don't know, an hour, we'll say. But the battery doesn't last for more than 40 minutes anyway. So, yeah, but it's actually more than that. There's a bit of grass in the way, you can't see it, but I've done nearly all of that bit, thank goodness. Tomorrow anyway, cutting the field, we got to pay somebody to do it. Unfortunately, we're on high alert for fires at the moment, so you cannot use a metal cutting tool on fields and stuff, because they could strike a stone and there you get a spark. And well, obviously, well, not obviously, but then a fire. So all they can use is what I've got, which is a strimmer. Well, it'd be a bush trimmer actually, but it would be using like a plastic string thing that whizzes around and acts like a blade, rather than a blade, a metal blade that spins. That means it takes a long time. If we did the whole field, that would take about a week, because they only work from, I think it's 8 until 12, no, 7 until 12, I believe, because of the heat. So it'd be 2 people with 2 trimmer things going through the field. It would cost about €500, which we're not going to pay. We can't pay that. I mean, it's ridiculous. So we got a guy coming, he's a lot cheaper, and he'll just cut the fire break. I'll do the hedge over there. He's going to do the side of the house. I just walk over there. I mean, I've shown you, I don't know how many times, but oh, we've had adventures. We had a bat. We had a bat in the house. The way of dealing with that is to try and confine it to one room. We managed to get him in the kitchen, open the kitchen door, and it flew out. That's all you can do. You can't catch them. Well, you can try and throw a coat on the top. You can get an umbrella. When they fly under the umbrella, you pull the umbrella down and catch it that way. You can throw a coat over the top, get it on the bed. Things like that. I've seen all these things done and they do work. We did the thing where you just let them out. Wasps are still a problem, by the way. We've got this little... That is what I bought from home, Madrid. What happens, the wasp can get in and he can't get out. Eventually he'll get tired, which he's already doing, and there's some Fanta, Tango, orange fizzy stuff, and he'll drown in it. Sounds awful, but we've got like 50, and so, you know, you're talking more than a month of that. I got a big trap at the back, a big one, but I don't think it's going to work. Anyway, the guy who's coming to do the field, I'm going to get him to do this. I can't cut this with the trimmer. I've been raking raking it and all the dead stuff comes out. And I thought, well, maybe I can cut what's left with the trimmer, but to be honest with you, in this heat, I can't do much in one day, so he'll do it in short time. Next year, I'm going to come here with a stronger bush, a bush trimmer instead of just a grass trimmer, so it's stronger. I've put some stronger plastic string thing in my trimmer because the one I had ran out, which was the old one was, I think it was 2.03 the thickness, and the maximum is supposed to be 2.4, but getting 2.4 is hard to get, so I've got 2.5, and it's cutting through the grass like wonderful. Covered this up, used whatever that glue is that you use instead of nails, and it's sticking really well. I was afraid in the heat it'd be a problem, and it's not. So that's covered. I might trim it, or I might put a bit more glue around it. I don't know what I'm doing. There could be a wasp. There's a wasp nest around here somewhere. I wish I knew where it was, because like we can't. Thing is, we cannot go in amongst these trees because there's a wasp nest around here, and it's just not worth it. So the guy who comes with the trimmer is going to do it. He's more used to dealing with these things than I am, and he'll probably see it before he gets to it and things like that, because it'll be in a tree or somewhere. Anyway, he's all right with it, so it's up to him. That's what he said. Look at this. I don't think you ever come here. I don't. Just never come here. This is fallow this year, but usually it's either got tobacco or paprika in it. Don't know what's going on here. It looks a bit like it had grass. These bushes grow, these green bushes that you can see. We have them as well. So maybe they've grown. Look at them over there. That's incredible. They're just bushes. They're like weeds. They're down here. These things. I mean, they got pretty flowers on them, but they're not really. What are they? Like yellow flowers and white fluffy bits. I don't know if that's in focus or not, but they look all right. But you can't leave them there. So all I can do is cut them with shears. Anyway, everything's okay. We're having a really nice time. Oh yeah, bat. And then the next night we had 2 lizards, which took a bit more dealing with. We got rid of the one in the bedroom, all right, but the one in the bathroom next to the bedroom, couldn't get it. So we just sort of closed the door, put a towel, or well, my jumper actually, along the bottom of the door so he couldn't get out, and then just sort of waited until the next day. The window was open in there, by the way. Waited until the next day. He didn't leave on his own. I managed to catch him by putting like a plastic pot over the top of him, a bit of cardboard underneath, and took him outside. But his tail came off. I think that's a defence thing. I don't think he seemed quite happy with that one. So it's silly. I mean, it's a tiny little one, big as your little finger. It wasn't really. It was a bit of a scary thing because I'm not used to it. But don't tell anybody I said that. Right, that's it. I don't think I don't know. Maybe I'll try and get a sneaky picture of one of the. Oh, there's only one man of the man cutting the grass, because he'll be here for a few days. I'm not taking my weed whacker outside and cutting grass while he's here, because that's a bit embarrassing. He'll have one of these big industrial things. The ones I want for next year. He'll have one of those with string fitted to it. All the best. See you soon. Bye for now.